Alright, so we're running the power wire. So this is from the battery to the circuit breaker. So this will go like that on that post, and then what it's gonna do is, like, sorry, I only got one hand, it'll bend down along the side of the battery and then mount like that, but over here to this circuit breaker. And I'm gonna make a panel probably out of carbon fiber or PVC. So this will be it'll basically be like that. So it's gonna go down to the circuit breaker. From the circuit breaker, it's gonna run to the inside. Comes down there, runs over that little latch of the seat. There's plenty of room in there once the seat's in there. The seat comes out like here. Run down the side. I'm trying to stay away from the center because I still have to do the center console. And it's hella hard to hide that 0 gauge. So I'm just gonna come up here. It'll be up. I'm gonna put it up to the side like this. And then what it's gonna do, come up the wall. It'll run along the back of the wall, the firewall. Then it'll come up and mount to, actually gonna come out on this side up top there. So it's gonna connect to this, which is gonna go into the firewall. I just don't have a drill bit that's the right size for this, so that'll be in the engine bay. I'll show you where. So it's gonna mount like there on the wall. I don't want it too close to the fuel line, so it'll basically be right there. And this will go down to the starter and go down over and across to the alternator. Alright, so I just wanted to show you guys how I do these wires. So that's a ground. It's gonna go in that prong that's clean right there. It's gonna go on there, and then it's gonna go on a brake mount on the other side of the frame, because I don't really have anywhere else, and I don't want to drill through this. So this is the end result. Now these look better, but it makes it a lot harder to diagnose any problems. So 15-20 years down the line, this joint right here starts oxidizing and makes a bad connection or something. You won't be able to tell because you have these covers on there. But in my opinion, it looks way better. There's a train, even though it's the middle of the night, but it looks way better, and you should be able to tell if it's a power issue or not. So yeah, so just how I do this. So I buy a big spool of wire, which is in the trunk. Then I just measure it out. I put the ends where they're gonna be. Then I measure the distance of wire that I need. Once I have the distance of wire, cut them. I use the same thing I used to cut my braided line with. Let me see if I can find this stuff. Probably should have had this prepared. Okay, so spool of wire again, sky high, 0 gauge, OFC, or whatever the fuck it's called. There's like none with the name on it, or what? This is what I used to cut it with. This is a adhesive lined heat shrink, and then this is the part for the sheathing, like how I have on the power wire. Okay, so that's basically it. I'll turn you guys back on when I have this ground hooked up. So there it is. There's one side, Just an old AC bracket mount. And the other side. And then make sure that you sand all the paint off. Make sure it's metal on metal. And then I'm gonna just spurt it real quick with the spray paint. Yeah, same here. Just make sure you sand all that paint off so you don't have to deal with it later. Yeah, now it's out of the way. I don't have to redo it ever once the turbo comes, and I don't have to worry about it being in the way. So yeah, I got a couple more to do. I want to put one between each head, and then I got to do the battery one, which I got to drill a hole in the trunk so that I can get to the frame, because there's no access point for the frame bolts. In most modern day cars, there's a mount for the bumper, like the crash bar. There'll be bolts here you can take out and use one of those, but in these older cars it's not like that. So I'm just gonna drill a hole here and then bring it over to the frame. This is basically like where the frame is right here, so I'm just gonna bring it over the frame, bolt it to the frame like that. Done. So yep, hope it helped. A little bit of time, man. That's all you can do. Thanks for the support. You know, I get all my stuff from YouTube and online, and any little bit of information helps. So like and subscribe. Let me know what you guys think. Thanks for the support. Okay, so that is in. So you gotta sand the paint off and then repaint it or it's gonna rust to shit, which doesn't really matter because my car's already rusty as shit. But here's the ground. Then I'm gonna put some RTV around that. You don't really need to, but this thing's gonna make some crazy exhaust smells, and I don't want to smell like gas every time I get in and out of my car. So comes up there, shavings everywhere, so clean all that off. But yeah, that's it. It's gonna come up. You know, the power, I already went over that, so power's gonna go boom, boom, make a little plate there. That goes to the front. So yeah, hope that helps. Thanks for watching once again. Get back to it. Like and subscribe.